Oh, welcome back my gardening friends to a very cloudy end of August and cold too. So let's have a little look at the single seed potato challenge and what we actually got from them. This was set up by Steve at Digwell Greenfingers, hashtag single seed potato challenge. Never had time to finish writing it all on. But we had one potato, we cut it into several pieces to include a chit, and the idea was to grow as many potatoes from a single potato, so you could cut them up, you could propagate them on, you could graft them, do whatever you wanted to do just from one single seed potato. Let's see what we've actually got then. Especially with the amount of blight that's about, and I've just found my first lot of blight on this potato here. You can probably see why, because all the foliage is hanging down low, damp, shaded. If you keep them open, you've got a better chance. There's nothing wrong with the stalks as far as I can see. They haven't gone black, so I've pulled that one off just to show you, but I won't be touching any of the tomatoes or any other potatoes this evening. I'll see if I can put the card in the top there to show when I actually planted these. I'll set a playlist up. So I did cheat a little bit. I didn't cheat, but you know me. Now this just happens to be the size potato that I cut up, so we're already off to a winner. Of course, it's the purple variety. Very difficult to see in the compost. This has had manure at the bottom. My special compost mix, which you can see in my playlist, homemade liquid plant foods, compost mixes, activators, etc. And I also added lots of chicken manure, the pellets, and bloodfish and bone. Something's had a nibble at that, and not sure whether you can see, but little teeth marks there. So we've added a bit more to what we normally do, and we've got some nice potatoes. Not very many small ones. See what happens when you end up leaving a rogue potato in? And before you leave me today, I've got another find. The cannabis growers dumped some material. It was full of clay balls, so I'd left that, but there was another plastic bag with something in, and I'll show you shortly. Didn't seem to be many in that one, but of course when you chop and hack at the poor potato, some are going to do better than others. And I'll have a little fertile through this, but this is lovely material. Cannabis compost with added perlite. I've only ever bought a small sachet of perlite, but if you ever look around my allotment, the perlite's absolutely everywhere. Why pay for it when people throw it out? And all this material will go into the compost bin that I use for my 1-year-old homemade compost, and that'll get used again as a percentage in next year's. Well, some nice potatoes, but again you can see some damage there, and that's definitely not a slug. And I'm not going to mention my friends because I'll declare war with them. I've harvested all my carrots that haven't been destroyed by them, by the rats. And over the winter they're bound to get hungry, so I'm sure they'll enjoy the peanut butter that I pop on the table for them. But for now, while there's so much food about for them to forage on, they're not touching anything at the moment. No doubt there'll be a few more in there that we've missed. I'll have a quick look. But isn't that strange? Just one potato from maybe a pea-sized potato. And we'll get these weighed, but first of all I'm just going to have a quick rummage through. They look better for a wash. Obviously I'm going to be taking that one out because it was an illegal entry. And these are the seed pods that form on top of the potatoes. We should remove those to help get a better crop. But you can see why they're related to the tomato family. These are poisonous, so I'll leave them down for the rats. They're probably all okay with them. But yes, you can save the seeds from those, get them to maturity, dry them out. We'll get these weighed now and we'll see what we've actually got. We'll do all this so everybody can see, because this is a little challenge. Let's get those picked up. So I've set that to £2, and we'll call that 7.18. 7.18. Now if I'd have planted that single potato on its own, I would never have got that amount. So it's the first time I've ever sliced a potato up to get more potatoes. I've never removed my chits, I've always left the chits as they are, so that's something new to me. Whether I do it again is a different matter, but I always like a little challenge. So that's my entry into Steve at Digwell Green Fingers. Pop and see, pop to his channel, have a look, and maybe consider subscribing. There's lots of cooking and a genuine gardener. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now. But let's go and have a look at those few recycled items I've got. I nearly forgot them, guys. Still haven't removed the other bits that we found. But these, some of the buckets, they don't look homemade, but I think they're out of something else. But what did take my eye, no, not the plank of wood, something else we've got out of a skip, but that's it's a little bit of money's worth there that I might be able to reuse, was all these little trays. And when I dug down into the actual bag, they'd left me an extension lead as well. So obviously I shall have to make sure that's all okay, because it was out in the wet. But we've got one quite large one. I think I counted about 24 or so many that size, and then whatever we've got there. But I do use excuse me guys, I do use these the cloth sacks, and these bigger ones might be quite suitable for that, so we can water from the bottom. But there's some money's worth there, and they've just threw them away. Take care, my friends. I'm definitely going this time, but we'll have a little look at the wildflower garden first. Hello. These are the strawberries we sliced up and put into some compost. There's some flowers. Yeah. Oh well, excuse me. And it's September, guys, not end of August. Doesn't time fly?